Yesterday we got a call from a very concerned parent that told us that his son had said that they were going to go on a hunger strike starting this morning. And the reason they were going to do it is because they cannot stand the food that they're eating. The same food that Joe Arpaio used to serve them is being served today. The same slop, what they call it, where they mix everything together. They don't even know what they're eating. And on top of that, old bread and food that is not even fit for a dog. I think the dogs in the pound probably get better food than the people in there. During a conference, they asked Sheriff Penzone about the situation with the food. He said, well, I feed him twice a day. And the food has all the nutrition. Same thing that Arpaio used to say. Why can they give him real food? Why can they give them the food that they can see what they're eating? So at this moment, we're asking Sheriff Penzone to stop the practices of Sheriff Joe Arpaio and actually feed the people in there as human beings. Most of them are not even sentenced yet. Most of them are just there until they wait for their courts. So at this moment, we think it's enough. Enough is enough. And for the next 3 days, they're going to go inside. This was organized by them. We're just helping them out to voice it to the community as a whole. You can go and ask Penzone to let them interview them yourselves. Now I'm going to say it in Spanish, then I'll pass it over to one of the parents.
First, can you say your name?
My name is Salvador Reza. I'm with the Barrio Defense Committees in Tonatierra.
Can you spell your name?
Salvador, S-A-L-V-A-D-O-R, Reza, R-E-Z-A. Ok, en español. Hoy venimos porque uno de los padres nos llamó ayer de que su hijo le había dicho que iban a estar en huelga de hambre por 3 días y que iban a estar en todas las cárceles. Iban a estar en la Towers, iban a estar en la Lower Buckeye, en las diferentes cárceles. ¿Por qué? Porque ya no aguantan estar comiendo la misma comida que les daba Joe Arpaio. Porque les sigue dando lo que ellos le llaman slop. Slop quiere decir nomás todo junto ahí y lo meten en la licuadora y no saben ni lo que están comiendo. Meten frijoles, carne, todo en el mismo lugar. Cuando le preguntamos a Penzone, o le preguntaron en una reunión de los afroamericanos, le preguntaron que si por qué le estaba dando la misma comida. Él dijo que les daba comida 2 veces al día y que los invitaba para que vieran lo que comían. Sin embargo, no contestó. Nosotros lo que le estamos pidiendo al Penzone, que no siga con las mismas prácticas de Joe Arpaio, que cambie su manera de ser, que les dé comida que se pueda ver, que sea comida real, que no sea una comida que ellos no saben ni lo que están comiendo, y que si le da las calorías, pues que vean lo que están comiendo. Según nos dicen los papás y los mismos reos, una señora, una muchacha que salió de la cárcel hace poquito, dice que esa comida no te dan ganas ni de comerla, de lo feo que está. Entonces con eso se lo voy a pasar a uno de los papás para que él le diga de su propia boca lo que le dijo su hijo. Si quieren les presto el micrófono, si me dan tiempo. I'm gonna change the microphone so you can put it on. And you want to change them all? Yeah. You're gonna put it in your pocket, and then put it under your shirt.
The same thing that happened.
My name is Mickey Hannon.
How do you spell your name?
Mickeyhannon.
What town do you live in? Let's see.
I live in Phoenix.
So what's going on? What's happening here?
Well, my son's incarcerated at the time. I get quite a few calls from him. And this is not about my son. This is about us. This is about us as human beings, about watching over each other. Now, my son called me, and he kind of explained what they feed him and stuff. And I talked to a couple other inmates. I spoke to an inmate today. He receives a bag every day, 2 pieces of bread that are stale, that are old, a little piece of peanut butter, and a little package of jelly that's kind of in like a ketchup little package. Now, something else he told me that was really, really disturbing. He said, you know, Mickey, we try to save our food. We try to save our food because we only get 2 meals a day. And the sheriffs tell us if we save our food, they're going to take it away. Another disturbing factor here. I put money on my son's books so he could buy commissary. Come to find out that for the past 8 months that he's been receiving the commissary is donated to this facility, and it's all outdated food. Now, I'm paying for food that's donated to this place, and it's outdated. I just don't really understand. You know, we all make mistakes in life, okay? But this is about us taking care of each other. We're human beings. We're supposed to love each other and forgive each other and ask ourselves, what would the man upstairs do? What would he want us to do? So sometimes we judge people, and there's a lot of you out there, I'm sure, are saying to each other, they deserve it. They belong in there. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, are you perfect? I don't think so. So let's do the right thing here. Let's feed our inmates. Let's give them some real food so they're not fighting in there, so they're not arguing in there. This is a serious problem that's filtering through the inmates, and they're fighting and not getting along. I know darn well if I was starving, I would be in the same situation. So I ask you, please, help each other out and do what's right here. Not continue this pattern that's unjust, because that's exactly what it is, unjust. Thank you, and have a great day. Mickey Hannon, M-I-C-K-E-Y, Hannon, H-A-N-N-O-N.
So you said that's what they all get each day? Or
Every day.
Wait a second, so I can see.
Every day, they get a lunch sack. They get a lunch sack with a few pieces of stale bread, peanut butter, and jelly. And you want to know what's really bad about this whole thing? The other day, I put some money on my son's book. He looks forward, and the inmates in his cell, because he shares his food, he does the right thing. They sit there with the carts of their commissary and let him see it and don't give it to him. You know, it's just totally uncool. Again, I'll go back to the food they serve him. In the morning, they give him a couple, same story every day, couple pieces of bread, a little thing of jelly, and some peanut butter. A couple scoops of peanut butter from a spoon. Then they wait 10, 12, 13 hours, whatever they like to do, to feed them dinner. And the dinner is the same stuff. My son, he said, Dad, I don't know what they put in this thing. Nobody puts in it, but we're starving, so we have to eat it. They don't even know what's in it. I would love for somebody from the food department administration or whatever, actually check on these calories. They say they give them 2,400 calories a day. I doubt that very much. And again, guys, we all make mistakes, but we're supposed to do what's right here in America and feed them 3 meals a day. I believe it states on their website that they get 3 meals a day. Well, that is false. They get 1 meal in the morning and 1 late at night. They separate it and they control it. And we're just asking for some help here. We want to get the word out that the inmates in this facility are not getting they're not being fed properly. You know, this is not a foreign country, guys. We're in the United States of America. Let's start acting like we are.
This is just juveniles?
No. This is
No, this is adult.
The whole
This is
MCSO
adult.
Is
complex.
your son adult?
My son is adult. My son,
Can I ask what he's in for?
absolutely. Drugs, okay? We have an epidemic of opiates here. I'm not making an excuse for him. He's a drug addict. He needs help. Please, please, look at the other inmates. You know, my friend here mentioned a lot of these people haven't even been convicted yet. But regardless if they've been convicted or not, we still should be treated fairly. And at this time, there is no question in my mind, we are not. And I say we because I'm a part of them. Again, this is not about my son. This is about us as brothers and sisters doing the right thing. Let's do the right thing.
So you're saying that conditions have not changed since our Sheriff Arpaio has gone out?
That is correct. And also on the commissary note, I talked to 3 different inmates that stated once they get their commissary, if they mix them with the food that they save their bread or whatever, they take it away because they say they're not supposed to mix them. These guys are just trying to eat, you know? I mean, let's do what's right.
Any other questions?
Any questions?
Okay, the only statement I want to make is I want to ask Sheriff Penzone if he's willing to change or is he going to just do window service and PR. Because if he's willing to change, he'll change the same way he got rid of the tent city, he will change the diet and the way he feeds the inmates.
If I may, on the tent city, you know, the media said the tent city was closed months ago. The true fact, they finally eliminated the tent city, and that was just 8 short days ago.
That's true.
Just 8 days ago, so the tent city
Just closed. That's correct.
Has your son been in the tent city also?
No, sir.
How long has he been here?
8 months.
8 months, you say. What have they addressed this with? I mean, what did the sheriff's department say so far?
Well, they have, but you know, at the same time, you got to look at the sheriff's point of view. You got inmates talking to the sheriffs. That's not going to go anywhere. The only way we're going to fix this problem is if more parents, more people that have nothing to do with the inmates there, speak out.
How does this make your situation, though? Your son dealing with this on top of what you're already dealing with it, and he's dealing with drugs and all that.
Well, absolutely. He's just absolutely terrible because he you know, all he's thinking about right now is feeding himself, how he's going to survive on a daily basis, opposed to have a clear head thinking of what he's going to do to fix his problem so when he gets out, he can actually live a productive life. I'm not blaming this on the food, guys, but this food problem is a serious, serious issue. You know, again, I go back to the commissary. The commissary, I pay $10 and something to give him $100. The commissary, everything he gets is outdated. Now, tell me this is not crazy. Apparently, if you get commissary in the county jail, you could go to the Department of Treasury and get your money back because you're spending money on outdated food. So apparently, from what I've heard, I've got to check this out, but they actually give you money back because they know they're selling food that's outdated. So we have 2 issues here. They're not feeding them like they should, 3 meals a day, and their commissary is outdated that I have to pay for, and it's outdated, it's donated to them. It just doesn't make sense what Sheriff Joe has done in the past, and now we have a new sheriff in town. We need to fix this problem.
Thank you very much.
Inmates are human. They have rights. We are here to stand and fight. Inmates are human. They have rights. We are here to stand and fight. Inmates are human. We have rights. We are here to stand and fight.
Penzone, stop serving Arpaio's lab.
Penzone, stop serving Arpaio's lab. Penzone, stop serving Arpaio's lab.
Enough is enough. Los presos son humanos. Basta ya de darles comida podrida, putrefacta. Son y merecen respeto por ser simplemente seres humanos. El hecho de estar presos no implica que se les deba tratar como animales. Basta ya.
Thank you very much.